Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys come to my channel. I'm going to entitle this video, "This is why you need to go take formal lessons." Every now and then, actually I won't say every now and then, from time to time, I get this. I open up my email, it's a message, from YouTube, and it says, it's the comment left on the video, "Where's the lesson?" Now, I got two types of videos on my channel where it says play along, and play along means just that you get no chorus. And the reason why you don't get any chorus because whatever I'm playing on that particular song, I cannot give you a transcription across the screen live. It's impossible to do that live. Now, I can sit down next to you or give you a specific video, per your request, which of course is a fee, and I will give you the breakdown. I'll tell you where my fingers at and all that, because it's not necessarily just chords. It's kind of like a riff thing, so when you see that, don't expect chords, because most likely it's not chords being played. The second one is the one that's the most popular one. It says guitar chords lesson. Guitar chords lesson. So every now and then I get a comment, where's the lesson? And then I click on that video and it's one of the guitar chords lessons. And the majority of you guys know, and for those who don't know, the chords run across the screen as I'm playing. So that's the lesson. And the fact that I get questions like that, or that question, that means you need to go get formal lessons. Because again, you don't know what you don't know. I'm like, you've been given the lesson, which is giving just you the chords. That's what these videos, the purpose of these videos, just to give guys that can already play the chords. That's all you need. And even in that particular video, I forgot what song it was, but not only that, I gave you the key of the song, and I'm like, personally, I don't need to know that unless I'm soloing. Usually that's the only time you would need to know what key you're in. If you're already given the chords, it's just a solo. But if you're given the chords, you don't need the key signature. And here's why. If I give you 5 chords in a song and I give you the placements of where these chords go in the song, can't you just play that? If you can play those chords, just play them. You don't need to know what key you're in again unless you're soloing, but I think that's been part of training, that they train you to think that way and ask for this, when in actuality you don't need it. If I give you the chords, just play the chords and you're done. You don't need to know what key you're in to play these chords. You don't. So it's important, like I stressed in the other 2 videos, the dumbest comments, go get lessons. Go get lessons. Even if you're not serious about learning the instrument, it just still would be good to know. Because here's an interesting story. There's this guy that I grew up with. He used to live on the next block. I've known this gentleman since we were 8 years old. And then when out of school, I landed my corporate job, and he was already there. I'm like, cool. It's nice to see a face that I recognized. And a black one, because when I started at that particular company, there wasn't hardly no black people up in there, just a bunch of white people, So I went over to his house one day, because again, we were friends in high school. Then we lost kind of track in school after high school. So I went over his house one day, and because actually I also managed a group that he started, because he was becoming the manager of an entertainment act. He started to build these acts. So I came over to his house just to hang out, and he had a piano in his living room. He had sheet music, and he sat down in front of the piano and blew me away. I'm like, damn, I didn't know this guy could play piano and play it well and can read. And it was just a pastime for him. I was like, man, he always impressed me, because he was always a very intelligent guy. But I was just pretty, floored, because I'm like, They're guys that they call themselves piano players and trying to get in the business and can't read, don't know theory, just they picked up a little some here and there and they kind of went with that, but no formal training. He went and got formal training, just to sit down after, hard days of work and just play. I was impressed. I'm like, to this day, I can't do that on piano. I can play, and that's why I'm devoting a lot of time come the first, which is Thursday, tomorrow, that the guitars get put in the closet or get put to the side and focus on playing the piano with a sense of mind of knowing theory and know where I'm going, But that's always been just a secondary instrument. My bread and butter, my profession is my guitars and my bass and my writing, So that's why it wasn't a big deal, not to know that stuff. I'm like, I'm getting up in age. I would like to say before I leave here, before I die, that I could play a little piano, legitimately, and still, I don't know what I'm doing, but it just sounds good, and a lot of you guys that's on guitar, just started learning guitar, you're taking that path. Don't take that path. Go pay somebody, not stress, pay somebody. Don't expect anybody to devote time to you and you don't compensate them, I can only speak for myself in the way that I was raised. Always be kind, always be considerate, always be professional, always be a gentleman, thank you, no thank you. Just if somebody opened the door for you or do something for you, thanks, man. Instead of you do something for them, they just walk past you. Don't say nothing. I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised also not to compensate people for things that they do for me, regardless of what it is. Oh, you don't get, no, dude, take this, please. This is what a real man does. He pays for his services. You don't expect another grown-ass man to do shit for him for free. But there are a lot of people out there that they're like that. They think that you're going to do some shit for free. I had a guy, and I'm going to say this because, again, I'm not trying to trash anybody or be disrespectful, but it is what it is. I've had people come to me because, like I told you guys, this channel is for you. I do this for you. And I work professionally as a musician, and my rates start sometimes $75 an hour, okay? And I get that because I can go there and I give them what they want for their money. But normally it's $100. Sometimes it's $150 an hour. So think about this. This guy making this kind of money, and he's doing this for $15 for me. He's doing this shit for you for almost free, okay? Because I don't need to do this. $15 don't do shit for my pocket, okay? I'm not 15 years old. I'm not 20, but I just have to sometimes let people realize that, because I'm like, I don't just sit around here and do this for you guys for free, And what I mean by that, because that sounds like a contradictory statement, I do this because what I'm being charged or what I'm charging you guys is literally free. I mean, I can live without $15 in my pocket because I got more than that. And like I said, when I go to work, that's what I get paid. So $15 is for you guys. And there's some people that think that it's for me. Trust me, it ain't for me. It's not going to hurt my pocket if I don't get $15 or $20 from you, And I just got to keep it real, because there's some people that think, yeah, I'm going to come on Morris Man channel and he going to do 10 songs for me for about $20, $30. No, he's not. No, he's not. So keep that in mind, because I had a guy contacted me after 5 years and asked me, is my race the same? And my response was, if you go to McDonald's today and buy a hamburger, is it the same price it was 5 years ago? Nothing stays the same, Nothing stays the same. It started off very a modest fee because I had time back then. I'm like, okay, I'm just starting a YouTube channel and I got a little time. And every blue moon, somebody would ask me. And one day, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Smith said, dude, I'm going to pay you, because that's what a man does. A man pays another man for his service. I'm like, cool, thanks. And that's how the tapping service got started. He was absolutely right, because if you keep doing stuff a certain way, people can start to or continuously expect that. If you keep giving them free shit, they're going to keep expecting free shit. If you make them pay, which is what you're supposed to do, they will expect to pay when they come to you with request. Because it varies from song to song as far as the complexity and how long it's going to take. I mean, if it's going to take me 3 hours, you're not going to get this for $20. That's like $5 an hour, which is ridiculous. But I know some people don't think in those terms, but I got to set the record straight because there's some people that just totally oblivious to that they think they're going to get 3 hours worth of work for $5, you know, because that's the breakdown or less than that. So I'm like, okay, dude, no, you know, no. So I guess I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to, again, just stress this. You don't know what you don't know. Go get formal lessons. If you don't realize that what you just watched was the lesson and you ask them, where's the lesson? Go find your nearest music teacher and enroll in his class. Because again, you don't know what you don't know. Just that simple. Till next time, take care and thanks for watching.